everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to do my first layout using the Modern Miss kit from Bo Bunny, and Catherine from catherinescraps.com sent me the kit and wanted me to play with it. And so this is the first layout. So today there's going to be 3 videos that are uploaded, and she was super generous and gave a package of vellum that I'm going to give away. She wants me to do a draw and give it away to one of my subscribers. So this is the vellum right there. It is awesome. It's from Doodlebug, and if you want to see exactly what it looks like, you can go to one of the previous videos. It's guest designer for Catherine Scraps plus giveaway, and I show the whole kit in there that you can purchase on her site, and also the vellum that I'm going to be drawing. So I mounted that photo on some red cardstock. It's a Bo Bunny. It's called Double Dots, and it's got a nice texture to it. And then I cut around just using my scissors from that pattern paper with all the viewfinders. And then some of the pattern papers had these cut aparts that you could cut out. So what I did was, you know me, before I started the video or before I started the kit, I sat down and I cut everything that I could cut up. And then I also sat down and did my paper selection and then chose some pictures. And then I pumped out 5 pages, no problem. Now, this collection comes with this sticker sheet, and it also has alphas. So I'm going to spell the word typhoon, and then I don't like my letters to be all the same, so I am going to dig in my stash and take out my Simple Stories, the navy letters, but I'm going to also use more of these letters because I like different sizes. So I'm going to take out the word fun, and I'm going to color it in with my Copic marker in navy. So then I have, different color fonts, but 2 of them is really the same font, but I just colored it in. So that's one thing, I know Copic markers are meant for shading and all this stuff. I use my Copic markers to change the color of stuff. I'm not saying that I'll never use it the way that it's supposed to, because your style changes. I like to try new things, but for now, this is what I use my Copic markers. I've had them for quite a while, and they're still like they're new, and you can buy refills for them anyway if you need to refill them, but they seem to last a very long time. So the title is going to be Lots of Fun at Typhoon Lagoon. And this was a picture right at the entrance. And, they take professional pictures, but, he agreed to take one with my camera, which I was very happy. And the background I used, it's like a wood grain, but it's in navy. And you know that I absolutely love navy. So this collection is filled with colors that reminded me of Disney. So I sat down and went through my Disney box and pulled out a whole bunch of Disney pictures. So I'm going to get a whole bunch of Disney layouts done because it's got those bright red, yellow, and navy, and it just reminded me of Disney. And it's got all these, viewfinders, and there's all kinds of shows at Disney and ticket stubs, and it's just a perfect collection for your Disney pictures. Now I'm just, going through the collection to try to figure out what else I can put on this layout. Now I kind of like how everything is kind of laying together. So now, before I start messing around too much with the embellishments, I like to glue everything down because I don't like things scooching around on me. I like my back layers to just be still while I'm playing around with the foundation of the embellishment clusters. Now I'm going to have to pull that vellum up a little bit because that's just not enough room for my title. I'm going to add some foam tape to that 3x4 card, and that's a huge roll of Scotch 3M. And I like to put a lot of foam tape so it doesn't cave in when you put it in your album. Now I'm going to add some of those tickets. That it was a full sheet of pattern paper that I cut it all down, and it was just filled with ephemera. Actually, it's the back side of that navy pattern paper. I wish they would have put it on another pattern paper because I love that navy, but at least I got to use it. At least there's 2 sheets of pattern paper in each. 2 sheets of each, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Then I took out my gel pen and I outlined all the outside of the layout. And the funny thing happened is the next day, that white line is now red. So I don't know if it's from the pigment of that in that pattern paper, but I mean, I don't mind. It's sort of red and white. It's got a tinge of red, but it coordinates with the page anyway because there's lots of red. And now I'm ready to glue down my title, and the battery died. And that's the only thing I finished, was just finish gluing down the title. Now I'm going to take out some white ink, and it's from Close to My Heart, and it's a pigment ink. And I'm going to take out my 7 Gypsies roller stamp. And this was in my stash. I was looking for something else, and I found all these roller stamps. So I dug them out, and now I'm going to start using them. And they have all these awesome little words on them. I'm going to put some glue dot onto that flower. And then there was some blue bling on that little sheet. And I'm going to take out 2 of the bigger bling, and then there was sort of a string of bling. And I put it underneath the title to kind of draw attention to the title. I'm going to put a little banner or a flag at the top of the layout, and I'm going to stick a button on top of it. And then I'm going to put a button next to that flower. There was a 3rd button, but it was just too big. And I'm fine. You know, I know it says to put 3, but sometimes there's only 2, and I'm okay with that. And now I'm going to take out my punch, my butterfly punch, and I'm going to punch out some butterflies out of that cardstock that came in the kit, the Bo Bunny double dot cardstock. And what I love to do to the butterflies is put some foam adhesive in behind the wings, and it kind of gives them a little lift, and it looks like they're flying, ready to fly off your page. I'm going to cut 3 pieces of twine in navy and white, and I just put little squares, and it, like I said, it just looks like they're flying off the page. And then to glue down my twine, I love to use my American Craft Vista Dot. See, I have to slow down because I always mess it up. American Craft Vista That dot adhesive, and it just has little dots all over it. And I love it because it just puts dots on the twine, and it puts enough that it glues it down, but not too much so that you can still handle the twine. And the only issue that I have is I don't put my layouts away right away because I always wait to do a Kill a Kit video, so they all sit in a container. And sometimes they stick to the layout above it, so I have to fix it. But once it's in my layout, it doesn't scooch around. It stays where it is. So if you put your layout away right away, there shouldn't be any issues. So now I'm going to take out my box that I do my inking in, and I'm going to take out 3 Mr. Huey in white, in red, and in blue, and they're called Calico White, Hot Diggity Dog, and Navy. and I'm going to add some mist to the layout. And that's the only thing that wasn't from the kit was the mist. I used some inks and the roller date stamp that says memories and some small letters, just so that I could have, some difference in my title. So that's pretty good. Everything else came from the kit. So if you want to see some close-ups, you can join me on my Facebook group, and also the link for CatherineScraps.com is in the description. So thanks for watching. Bye.